So let's have a conversation about Monique and what she said on Uncle Shannon Sharpe's club Shay. Monique was out there talking. I guess she was expressing herself, saying her piece, but she said a lot of peace, boy. She said a lot. She said a lot. She was like she said Cat Williams is her twin, but he don't know it. She had a lot to say, man. She came at Steve, D.L. Hughley, Oprah Winfrey, Tiffany
Tyler.
Haddish, Tyler Perry, Kevin Hart. She was on a roll. So what we think about what's going on with Miss Monique here, with Auntie Monique, as she say.
Auntie Monique. Um, of course, it still bother her. She's still hurt from, what happened between her and Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels. I think this was started from 2009, I think, 2008, something
Way
like
back.
that, way back.
Hmm.
So, and a lot of people telling her basically to let it go. You know, I think she wants an apology, but she has to understand that apology is not coming. Is not gonna come. Everybody can invite Tyler and Oprah to say something, but they're not gonna say nothing. He spoke with you on a phone call. He told you, but in her head is you should apologize to me publicly, not because the everybody was thinking their own thing. But to me, I don't that apology. I don't think should just let
a,
that go.
a public apology not coming, and I think
No.
that the apology that she says she has from Tyler Perry or whatever, I think that's her apology is, I'm your sis, bro, and I'm just talking to you, because I want to, there's, sometimes there's in a relationship, there's no going back, there's no rebuilding it, but you don't have anything, don't have any real animosity against that person, so you're
Yeah.
trying to give them a little bit of closure. So you're like, all right, for whatever I did to you, I'm sorry about that, and we keep it moving. I think that's the apology that she
That's
got
the
from him,
yeah.
and I think she wants a public apology. I mean, I think what happens a lot of times is people don't realize that you have your story and people have their story too.
True.
So you
True.
might be saying that that person did this and this and this, and that person is looking at you as you did this, this and this also to them.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, uh, could all this stuff had happened to Monique? Of course, and could she's just feeling like this is what happened to her? Yeah, that could be possible. Also, I do know that everybody share their own way of how they interpret stuff. If I
Yeah.
say something to you, depends on how you take it. Depends on how you feel
Mm-hmm.
about it. You say something to me, depending on how I interpret, how I feel about it.
That's very true.
I
But that apology ain't coming
Yeah,
though.
that's. I mean, after she went on, I think that when you went on all these stations, because I haven't seen them talk about her.
Mm-hmm.
So after you went on all these platforms and talk about them, you can't possibly because I'm not giving you an apology after that. I don't care what we have. Once you went out there and started slandering me, we not coming back
I
from that.
understand that
Yeah,
part.
we
Yeah.
not. So don't
If
even.
something
Yeah.
happened
Yep.
between us and I'm like, you know what? Let me wait to see what he said. But a lot of people not gonna do that. But
Mm-hmm.
like let's say me and you have a disagreement.
Yeah.
Of course nobody gonna know because we're
Exactly.
not
Cause we're
like
not
that.
gonna put
We're
it on.
not
Yeah.
like that. We're gonna argue
Yep.
or whatever we gotta do in private.
Exactly.
But if I go now and be like, yes, because
Yeah.
and I'm going to what
Exactly.
apology
Now,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
Now
get?
you
No,
close
it's
the
no
door on
more. Yeah.
everything with that. So I
Yeah.
think that's what
I went on a rant
happened. Yeah.
and you think I'm apologizing, you
You
was
know.
talking mess about me? No, I'm not gonna do that.
I think that's what happened when it comes to that. I think that when she started saying this, saying
Mm-hmm.
that, and started calling Tyler's name and calling Oprah's name, two of the most powerful black people
Yeah.
in Hollywood, most powerful black people in our, in our old little cultural circle. I think that offended them, and I think that they feel like they help enough people
Mm-hmm.
to garner a certain type of respect, and I feel like they felt like they didn't get that respect. And I'm a person that's big on respect. So if
Mm-hmm.
I understand clearly how they feel. Not saying that
It's
they didn't do
right.
anything to her,
Mm-hmm.
but when we have a disagreement and you went out and you started talking, some of the stuff that Monique was saying, if she was saying that about you, could you see yourself sitting back down with her and talking to her, having a conversation with her about being friends again?
Not friends. Nah, I could not be friends because the simple fact is you went on this rant, so if something else happened, you can go on the same thing too. So I'm not gonna be friends with you no more
Facts.
at all. Friendship is over because you went on a rant. Me, I probably will sit down and have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But don't expect me to go in different platforms and go do all this rollout and no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You need me to talk to you, I'm going to talk to you. That's it. But I understand, angry, mad, like they did something to me. I spoke up for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfectly fine.
You have that right
You
to,
have that right to defend yourself and and things like that. But you cannot expect an apology now because of everything that happened.
that took place. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel I feel like this. I feel like there's no permanent enemies in business. So I feel like if they felt like she was lucrative to make them some money, this problem would have been
Resolved.
been resolved. So I feel like that's one of the biggest problems that they're having. And I heard somebody said that is that she wants to be able to make money. Of course.
Of course, everybody
I mean,
wants to
you know,
make
that's
money.
what she's a actress,
Comedian.
a comedian,
Mhm.
a former talk show host. Of
Yeah.
course, she's trying to find a way to make money. But I guess what he's trying to say is that she wants the people to like us to feel sorry for her, to shame those people back into working with her. And Tyler Perry and Oprah is not going to work with her. You know.
No, they're not. And you can't. You have your reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely have your reasons. What you spoke about, certain thing that you spoke about, I do agree with it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can't expect those people to come and work with you again.
Exactly.
Because of the rant that you did. So I just hope that she finds peace with it and just let it go. Because yes, you are bothered something happened and you couldn't do certain things, but I think that she should let it go because the simple fact is we all know they're not going to come and say anything.
Nah,
publicly, they're not.
I think that it's reached a point where you keep calling my name, you keep saying stuff about me, and it becomes derogatory.
Yeah.
And it doesn't becoming of me to sit down and listen to you constantly throw me under the bus or say certain stuff about me, And I think that's one of the biggest things with those two. Now, the part I have an issue with is the Kevin Hart part. Kevin Hart gave you some money to help out with your family. He may have stopped dealing with you because it's Hollywood. It's a business. I'm pretty sure the people around Kevin Hart was like, yo, Monique is on, she's toxic right now. She's a toxic person for you to attach yourself to. We got to take yourself away from her. And, this is a dude that generates hundreds of millions of dollars for people. So, of course, they probably forced him into saying no.
But at the end of the day, the rant she was going with.
But at the end of the day, he still gave you some money to take care of your family when he didn't have to. Yeah, you paid him back, but he didn't have to help you. And when you start throwing somebody like that under the bus, that leads me to think funny about people like that. Because it doesn't matter what happened between us. If I help you, you should have some type of grace in how you deal with me. If you have if she had just said, yo, she have a bone to pick with Kevin Hart, she haven't heard from him in years, I would understand
left
that.
It at that.
Yeah, but when you start going down the train and start making him look like that's hard for you. I don't know if her role is to shame these dudes to talk, because her and Lee Daniels are cool again. So I don't know if her game is to maybe shame them into talking back to her, but so far
I don't think it's shame though. I think it's
not
more
working.
hurt. I think that's basically
I know
what
that she's hurt.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the stuff that she's doing now. I mean, I don't know if she have handlers or daddy, the husband. I don't know because when I see him talk, when he presents himself in front of the media, he presents himself like, he knows how to maneuver in Hollywood. But then when you hear other people talk about him, they saying like, he a scumbag and he this and he that and he did, So I don't know. I mean, I don't know nothing about them. But from the looks of things,
relationship,
I would have stopped. I would have told her, hey, listen, we done aired them out already. Let's stop, because this only gonna get worse. This a lot of people say Monique is toxic. Not just those people that we're talking about. We see it all the time. A lot of comedians, I watch interviews with them, and you can read a person. they don't want to throw her under the bus, and they'll say, yeah, I mean, you know, hear what other people say. You know, I don't have an issue with her. I hear a couple of comedians say that. And then you do have the comedians that come to her defense, and Monique, good peoples or whatever.
It's like half people say that she good and half people say that she bad.
Exactly.
So, like, I definitely understand the part when she was saying that, you know, blackball and things like that, because we all know it happens.
I definitely feel like she got blackballed.
Blackball, yes.
But I also feel like it might have been a reason why she got blackballed.
I don't know the exact reason why she was blackballed, because to me, it seemed like because she spoke about two big people in the industry, that's when everybody cut ties. To me, that how I'm looking at it. Basically, she spoke about them and they cut off like, nope, you can't be doing that. You can't be saying that. Even when she had the Steve Harvey interview, Steve Harvey was kind of moving to like, yo, you need to stop doing what you're doing and be quiet, and you know,
that's what I would tell her too as a friend.
be quiet,
if she was my
and
friend.
you're doing too much right now. And but you can't tell nobody when they're angry and they feel like it's something happened to them. But most of the people that I see, not most, half of the people I see that come for her says that she shouldn't be doing this, she shouldn't be doing that. You should learn from Taraji. She went on her thing, but then she praised Oprah and all of those things, and everybody is not the same.
Yeah.
Everybody is not going to listen. Everybody is not. She felt some type of way, and that's what she doing. But the other half is y'all saying that, nah, she's this, she's that, she's this, is that. Would everybody be on her side if it was two non-black people big?
I don't know. You know, I don't really agree with the concept is that it's because she was talking about Tyler Perry and Oprah. I know that she started having a lot of backlash about working on that show with that girl. Was it Precious?
The Precious movie?
The Precious movie, yeah. When she did that Precious movie, a lot of people started saying that she was difficult to work with. I read a lot of articles and about a lot of people on that show saying that they didn't want to work with her anymore. So I don't know if it's, you know, and you know, I don't know if it's because because it's not just those two people, and those two people ain't saying nothing. And of course,
and they're not
Oprah and Tyler Perry could be sending out their henchmen to talk for them, or people, because you know how it go. When you the big dog and you rich, people are gonna say, I'm gonna defend Tyler Perry because he gonna put me in a movie. Or I'm gonna defend Oprah because she gonna put me in a movie. But you know, I've seen white people saying that she's hard to work with. So it's not. I don't think it's just a black thing, you know, or it's just the black, you know, because of those two black people. But once again, I don't know because we ain't in the industry.
Exactly.
But from what I'm seeing on the outside, it seems like, you know, they don't want to work with her. I see a lot of comedians. I've seen them tone it down now, but I've seen a lot of comedians, especially in the past, they were all basically saying.
They had interviews and they will switch. They will say
stuff like they try to cover it up.
Yeah, they won't say too much.
They want to give you their opinion on her, but it's kind of like they don't want to throw her under the bus, so they will just say, you know, go check her. You check it out for yourself. You'll see certain things, and then her and D.L. Hughley, you know, that one is getting out of control. That one seems like
that's ridiculous.
When he sees Daddy.
It's like it triggers him.
Oh yeah,
like it triggers him.
I think you take it personal. I take it personal when you talk about my daughter that got molested, and then when you put the blame on me, that I'm the reason, or I knew that it was happening and I didn't come to my daughter's defense, I'll take that personal too.
Well, I'll take it personal too. But even before this, they was saying, I'm not sure what I saw, that they was saying that the person was young and who we knew the person, or they were, I don't know how it is.
His daughter explained it.
But
it was somebody they knew.
They knew.
But she didn't tell, you know, he didn't know what was going on. He learned about it later on in life. She didn't tell him when it happened. She told him later on in life. So he had no clue what was going on.
So that's why I was like, some people need to be quiet first and learn about things, because it's not like he took the person's side and all that stuff. He did not know what was going on.
You didn't tell me
and of
until,
course, a lot of people say you shouldn't say that, but first of all, y'all have to understand when you mad at somebody and we're going back and forth,
you're gonna say whatever.
There's no rules.
Once I feel like you violate me, I don't have no. There's no perimeters that I won't cross.
You mention my kids, my husband. I'm gonna talk about your grandma in the grave.
Yep, like when people was like, Nikki was talking about things mom was it again.
But it's
I was like,
it
yo,
was
whenever
beef.
if I have an issue with you, there's no line that I won't cross.
There's no boundaries. There's nothing. Of course, Dio Huli was mad.
Yeah.
And of course, the first thing he'll talk about is her weight. but hey, they're going back and forth.
I personally, I wouldn't have paid her any attention.
I would have let it go.
No, not even say let it go. I wouldn't. After the first, when she came and said what she said on it, I wouldn't even answer her. Because I wouldn't feel like it's appropriate for me to answer her at this point. I feel like at this point it's just overboard.
It's already done. Like we already had this discussion before. Yep. We already know we don't like each other from back in the days. So leave me alone. But of course.
Well, you know how that goes.